Well, I would normally wait for Chad, but we know he's not going to show up today, so fucking on with the business. Probably lower my music levels slightly. 1, 2. Yep, there we go. Now I know the music's not overpowering us. Alright, so it's well, it's certainly been a week. We'll say that much. So yeah. On this particular Kekfest, I will be featured eating my dinner. Well, what's left of it. I will be drinking some beer because I am nothing if not slightly alcoholic. I actually forgot to put soda in the refrigerator. So
Again.
I want to drink something cold. And I also have to like drink some of this beer because it's taking room in the refrigerator. So, yeah. I have multiple good reasons to have a couple of beers. Well, 3 beers. That's what I'm gonna drink. 3. Let's see. So, I don't know if I announced it. No, I haven't. Well, I probably halfway announced it. I had to get with him to figure out what his prize was. Aaron Garosby, I think is how you say the name. He was the winner of the giveaway. The traditional tax stamp giveaway. So, I asked him what he wanted for his prize. He elected to have what I would spend on the prize donated to a charity of my choosing. What I have decided to do and what I will do in a couple of weeks, I am going to buy $25 worth of cat food. And I'm going to take it to the local Humane Society because they function solely on donations. And I know there's some hungry ass cats there. I don't know. Maybe I'll be feeling sprunky enough to get some dog food too. But anyways, that's my plan. Is to get food for the animals in need. Some might ask why food for the animals instead of food for the people, and well, my answer to that would be I like the animals better. So, y'all are probably curious as to what my $200 tax stamp was for, and I didn't really talk about that very much, and I'm not going to elaborate too much because I don't have Chad or any of my other local fellow gun nuts in the chat, but I will show you guys on the camera here.
Just boring old me.
Oh, you're not boring. You're not boring, but you're certainly also not a gun nut.
No.
So, this, my friends, and it is empty. This, my friends, is the Silencer Co. Osprey Micro. It is sort of like the other 22 silencer I have, except better. It's easier to take apart and clean, and it has quick attach threads, which at first I didn't like, but now that I'm actually getting better and more comfortable with using them, it's really starting to grow on me. So, yeah. You can also make it shorter. I don't know how much louder it would be if I make it shorter. But that's what I put in a $200 tax on. And that's what I have. I am currently in the process of getting all the stuff I need together for my gun business that I want to do. So the next step in the process, and we'll talk about this a little bit. I have been, we'll segue back to this. I want to talk about the more chaotic part of this week. Let's phrase it like that. So one of the reasons why I have not got my business going yet, I mean, there's a few reasons, but one of them is that I have not been able, I can't file for an LLC and for oh God, what the hell are they calling it? Like articles of incorporation or some shit is the way the state phrases it. In order to have my federal license, I first need to have that before I can even apply. And I've not been able to apply for that because I haven't known if the address that I am currently at is going to continue to be my address or if I'm going to have to fuck off and go somewhere else. With my lovely girlfriend and her kid, although, I don't know, I consider him my kid too. I have to specify that because my girlfriend is sitting here in the chat with me and we will split hairs over it if I don't.
Well, my thought process was a lot meaner to you.
Oh?
I was thinking you were gonna say some shit about leaving the kid considering how he's been behaved lately.
I hadn't even considered that. That's a good idea.
Certainly not.
What's the punishment for slave labor these days? Human trafficking?
Jail time, I think. For sure.
So, oh yeah, while I'm holding in my hand, I need to put my phone on do not disturb because I don't want my one customer that I have that calls me like 3 times at 7 in the evening every fucking Monday to call me now. So we have not known what the hell's gonna happen. The past week has been an entire back and forth of not knowing what the hell is going to happen. There was this lady who was managing the property that I live in. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care about anonymity for any of these fucking people. Her name is Amy. It's always somebody named fucking Amy. Always. Without fail. I have never, ever met an Amy that I have not had problems with. I've not met one yet. And you know what? If your name is Amy, fuck you. You know what? I've not had problems with you yet. But if we meet, we're probably going to have problems. So I'm just going to say fuck you in advance. We'll come out the gate strong. So anyways, Amy is the lady who was doing the property management. And she's like, I don't know, one of like 3 different real estate people in this town. And from what I've been able to pick up, there's a lot of drama between all of the real estate people in this town, because really there's only room enough for one. And there's like 3. So, Gutierrez, how you doing, man? He's like, as long as there's no treason involved, my lord, then the kid's good to go. I fucking love this guy. So, I went and, you know, she, over the last, like, couple of months, she's been, like, not handing me any written fucking anything, right? But it's like, you gotta get out. Because, like, they want to... At first it was the owners want to sell the place. Then it was they want to move their fucking father-in-law or who the fuck ever in. I don't know. And then after that, fucking... I don't know. What was it, like 3 weeks ago? Dania?
Yeah.
The car show thing with Riston's friend who's a fucking...
Like 2 weeks ago.
Alright. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. It's probably more accurate. It felt like 3 weeks.
We got a lot going on.
So, anyways, we're on our way back in from the car show thing that happens, and yeah, like okay, now I gotta get to the other part, just so you guys have context, so that I don't sound like a racist asshole. We have a family of Mexicans that live in town, and they're like business tycoons, and like, well, I don't know that they're business tycoons. I think he kind of wants to be a business tycoon. Anyways, he owns like a quarter of Main Street. So he decided to buy this place, or somebody in his family decided to buy this place, and then he told me that they're buying it. Anyways, we're on our way back in the door, right? And the Mexican lady's wife is like, hey, I got good news for you.
The Mexican lady's wife.
The Mexican guy's wife. The Mexican guy's name is Eric. I still don't know the wife's name.
Maria.
Oh yeah, Maria, that's it. I even asked her the other day. And
Which
I
is
forgot.
why I know what it is.
And you know what? I should have remembered that because, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of Mexican women named Maria, so that's like really easy to pick up. But at the same time, it's such a common name that it's almost stereotypical, so that I feel like a fucking dick when I assume a Mexican girl's name is Maria. See what fucking canceled culture has done to us? Maria. Anyways, she's sitting on a bench right outside where I live. And she's like, I got good news for you. I'm like, oh, fuck. I don't even really know that much who she is, but apparently she knows who I am. She's like, I got good news for you. And I look at her and I'm like, oh yeah, what's that? And in my mind, I'm like, fucking here we go. Because we'd already had a really weird day up to that point. Right? And Dania was there for the whole thing, so she knows exactly what I'm talking about. We had a really fucking weird day up to this point, and all I'm thinking in my head is fucking great. What curveball is gonna get thrown at us now? Is this good news, or is it good news? So she's like, you don't have to move. And I look at her and I'm like, what? She's like, you don't have to move. Come again? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I don't have to move? Of course I've got to fucking move. What are you talking about? No, we're buying the place and we want you to stay, so you don't have to move. Oh. Well, awesome. Thanks. That's pretty much all I said because I wasn't sure what else to say. And so they're having this fucking deal, and all the while Amy is still telling me I have to get out. And we're like going back and forth over this other fucking place, which it had some things I liked about it, but it had a bunch of stuff that I didn't like about it. And that's the whole thing. Like, the property manager lady, Amy, was telling me that they wanted pets. I'm hearing from other people in town that they don't like pets. Then I hear from them that they don't like pets. It's a whole fucking kerfuffle.
It's a fun word.
I like that word. So it's just going back and forth, and I'm keeping Dania posted on everything that I can, or that I can think of too. Because, like, well, yeah, I mean, she's just as affected by this as I am.
Here I was thinking I was moving and we'd have a home, and maybe not. Who knows?
So we went back and forth. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to move. We're not gonna have to move. We're gonna have to move. We're not gonna have to move. It went on with this for like 2 weeks. And then fucking oh, Pete Rose died? No! Fuck! Alright, we're gonna have to talk about that later. God damn it. That fucking sucks.
I don't know who that is.
A baseball guy.
But
But
I
like,
know an actress who died.
oh?
Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith, huh? We're gonna talk about Maggie Smith later too. I don't know that name. Oh shit! I know that face!
Professor McGonagall.
I've seen her in shit. I know that face.
Yeah.
Man, she was a pretty good actor too.
Anyway, sorry. Distracted.
So I'm gonna fast forward to what happened like last week. And I'm also gonna fast forward to a thing that, like, yeah, I also ended up talking to the property owner as well. I was not very nice to her because I was fucking pissed. And she's a fucking snake anyways, so fuck her. So we get going, and I'm at work. And I think this is like Friday. And I'm heading to this fucking meeting, and fucking Amy, the property manager lady, she texts me, yeah, hey, the deal didn't go through, so you're still gonna have to move. And I'm sitting here like, well, you told me my shit was gonna have to be out of here by the 30th. It's the fucking 27th. The fuck you expect me to do? And she's like, well, the place you were looking at, I can get you the key. I'm like, fine, I'll come by and get it. And she's like, all right, I'll leave it in this little fucking box behind my place. And yeah, yada, yada, yada. So then I go into this fucking meeting, and I business as usual in the meeting. And then one thing leads to another, as it usually does. I get out of there, and I'm like, all right, fine. We call the fucking Mexican, right? Why the hell did this fucking deal fall through? What the fuck? And they told me the deal didn't fall through. Like, what do you mean the deal didn't fall through? I just got a fucking text saying that Karina wasn't buying the place. I thought that Karina was his wife because I didn't know his wife's name. I'm like, the fuck? Oh no, Karina's not buying the place. She saw like some stuff about it that she didn't like, so now I'm buying the place. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Do I gotta move or do I not gotta move? And who the fuck do I talk to? What the fuck is going on? Nah, you don't have to move. We'll have a lease for you next week. How long do you want the lease to be for? And I could have fucking picked any arbitrary number. I'm tired of fucking moving. So my intuition was to be like, oh, fucking 5 years or whatever. I'm like, no, 5 years is crazy. And I was like, well, we're pretty settled into our jobs and what we're doing and shit. Like, we're not fucking going anywhere. Like, fucking 3 years, whatever. Fuck it. And then, I'm still not entirely fucking believing this, right? Because I've not seen anything in black and white. Dania's not seen anything in black and white.
I mean, I still haven't.
Nobody's dropped any fucking notices off to us. But from what I hear, everybody else in the building got a notice. So, yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down to the Mexican's restaurant. I'm going to go there and I am going to physically hold and read the fucking sales contract. So, I did physically go down and see the fucking contract. I did talk with the previous owner over the phone. And it was like, hey, you know, you couldn't be bothered to like effectively communicate with, you know, fucking anybody involved here. Like, the fuck's your deal? And then she's like, all like offended that I'm, you know, saying the fuck is your deal? Like, how the fuck dare you talk to me like that? I'm like, well, whatever, bitch. I fucking hung up on her. But I let her know my piece and I let her know that she's a fucking snake. In case she didn't know. She probably knows. Are snakes aware that they're snakes?
I feel like that's a question that's an existential crisis waiting to happen.
Are spiders aware that they're spiders? Do they want to be spiders?
Start.
So, we're at the point that we're not fucking moving, and one of the things that I said to the fucking property lady, right, before I got off the phone with her, I was like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I've seen the fucking contract and I know that I'm not moving. And I think that she's just fucking with Amy at this point, you know, because she and Amy don't like each other. I'm like, you know what? If you want me to fucking leave the place that I live, then put a fucking eviction notice on my door. Until then, quit fucking with me. And I hung up. So, we're not moving. And that's one thing that has held up my federal firearms license paperwork here. Because, well, anytime you fucking... Like, okay, if I got my FFL, if I applied for it and I got it, and then I moved, I would have to apply for it again and spend an additional $300. I'm not crazy about giving them the $300 that I already have to give them. I don't want to give them another $300. Fuck that. So that's one of the things that's had me waiting. With that out of the way, though, I will no longer be waiting. I will be moving full speed ahead with that. Let's see. Did we have anything else crazy happen this week? Everybody got sick. We've had that happen. I wonder if Nathan Carr is still watching. Hey, Nathan, did you get sick? Fucking me and Dania did. And so did like basically everybody at work. I'm not sure if we caught it from like the kid and then brought it into the office with us, or if somebody brought it into the office and then we caught it. Hell, we could have got it at that fucking baseball game and it could have lied dormant for just long enough to be like, ugh, fuck you. Nathan Carr says he didn't get sick.
No, that's good.
That is good. How's your fucking arm doing? Pouring fucking water, or fucking pouring water over a boiling fucking thing. He like, I don't know if I told you this, he like steamed up the fuck out of his arm. Aren't you supposed to be like a scoutmaster? Don't you know how fire works? I'm sorry, but since you're my buddy, I'm gonna throw all the fucking shade at you. I will give you every bit of shit that I give any of my other friends. He says it's scarred a bit, but the pain is gone.
Well, that's good, I guess.
The last time I saw it, it looked like some shit that would scar permanently. Says it doesn't look like a hot dog anymore. It damn sure did last time I saw it, man. You burned the shit out of yourself, dude. Dude, my arm hurt just looking at your arm. How dare. Alright, we gotta talk about some of these celebrity deaths. Because apparently we've had a bunch. We will briefly cover Pete Rose. We're not hardcore sports people here, but we got to give a little bit of credit where it's due. Because Pete Rose was a baseball player in like the fucking 70s or 80s or some shit. Okay, he started in 1963 and retired in 1986. So this guy was playing baseball like before we were alive and was like really fucking good at it. Or at least he was good enough at it that I recognize his name and I'm not a fucking sports person. So, we'll just talk a little bit about what he's done. Not much, but a little bit. I'm going to talk about his stats and then, yeah. From 63 to 78, he played for the Cincinnati Reds. Then from 79 to 83, he played for the fucking Phillies. Then in 84, he played for the Montreal Expos. I didn't even know Montreal had a fucking team. And then he went back to the Reds until he retired. And then he became the fucking manager of the Reds. My dude became the boss. So... this guy was like the fucking Michael Jordan of baseball. Like, 17-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champion. Yeah. Let's see. 4,256 career hits. 3,215 career singles, whatever the fuck that means. 3,562 games played. That's a lot of fucking games. So, He had a nickname. His nickname was Charlie Hustle. Wait, no, that's not him. Wait, was it? No, that's talking about Peter Edward Rose. Why the fuck is he on the same... Unless... Oh, yeah, okay, that is him. Okay. The middle name being there threw me off. Like, Peter Edward Rose Sr. It makes me think I'm talking about a different dude. He had the nickname Charlie Hustle, which if you have a nickname at any sports game, you're... Well, really, if you have a nickname at pretty much anything, you're a fucking badass at it. So... Anyways, rest in peace, Pete Rose. Chris Christopherson? I don't know who that is. Maggie Smith. I've seen her in a few things. I've never known her by name, but I've always known her face, you know? I'm going down her Wikipedia right now. She's played in a lot of things. She died at the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital at the age of 89.
It's sad.
And she's so prominent that the fucking king himself came out and released a statement. Said, as the curtain comes down on a national treasure, we join forces with those around the world, remembering in fondness, admiration, and affection her many great performances. Yeah, no, when the king is describing you as a national treasure, at least, you know, if you live in Britain, that's a pretty fucking big deal. I'm going to pull up her IMDb because there's a bunch of stuff on the Wikipedia. We could read that for the next, she has lived such a long life that you could spend 3 hours reading her Wikipedia. I'm trying to find roles that y'all would know. She played as McGonagall in Harry Potter.
Yep.
I think everybody and their fucking brother would know that. Well, they might not know her by name in that movie, but I feel like everybody within the sound of my voice has seen at least one of those damn movies. I don't expect everybody's watched all of them, but everybody's seen at least one of them.
I think during part of the last movie, she had cancer, I do believe.
Man, it takes a certain kind of person to have cancer and still want to go to work. Yeah, she's played in a lot, and I mean a lot of movies. According to IMDb, the first thing that she's ever acted in was the BBC Sunday Night Theater for one episode in 1955. So, she's been acting from 55 to 2023. And she might have even still been acting in shit in 2024 that we don't know about yet. So we're going to count 2024 as a year. Because I want to know exactly how long she's been acting, because I feel like it's a crazy amount of time. 69 years. Nice. 69 fucking years. She's been acting longer than everybody who is watching this stream has been alive. She's acted longer than the combined age of me and Dania. So, yeah, a Hollywood titan was lost.
Yeah, she's awesome.
You want a picture of Nathan's hand? Well, it's it's a series of pictures from June 20th when it happened to now.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Are you gonna like PM me or whatever?
If you'd like me to, I will. If you don't want to see it, then
sure.
you'll see what I'm talking about when I say he burned the ungodly fuck out of himself. It's bad. Wow, we haven't messaged each other in so long on Facebook. I'm having to dig.
On what?
Oh, I had to scroll down to find you on Facebook.
Oh, you're sending them to me.
I should have just done it on Discord.
That's what I thought you were gonna do. I don't have Facebook pulled up on my computer.
Well, I'll do it on Discord then. That's what
okay.
That's what I would have done if I was smart.
Work smart.
I'm not trying to upload it to Genital. I don't know that the entire Discord server needs a view of Mr. Magoo's hand.
Oh, but everybody wants to see, I'm sure.
Bow! Yeah, fuck that one up good and proper.
Jesus Christ.
And I feel a little bit bad for him, but I gotta give him shit because he's like supposed to be a scoutmaster. And they like teach kids how to play with fire safely.
Yeah, he fucked that up pretty good. Way to go. 10 out of 10.
I should buy Nathan a mop bucket for his house. Facebook has stopped notifying me of people's birthdays. So if I miss your birthday, I'm sorry. I'll just have to guess. I don't know why they've stopped notifying me of people's birthdays. Maybe it's because I'm selective over who I actually post a happy birthday thing to. Nathan Carr says if they can't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Well, with your hand like that, the only thing they're gonna find you is clumsy.
Where do screenshots from Steam get saved?
Shit. I used to know this.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to derail the whole...
No, that's fine. I'm pretty sure it's in, if you go to your home folder, right? And, you know, you go to the pictures, and I think it's saved in screenshots. Maybe?
I don't have screenshots.
Yeah, you might have to Google that one. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, the solo stove becomes a chimney when you pour water onto it, so the water became steam that crawled directly up his hand. an
I did
arm
read
instead
that.
of. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's that shit was gnarly. Gotta avoid doing that. So
What? Seriously?
what?
It's like saved over in Steam.
Man, we made some pretty decent upgrades to Dania's setup.
Maybe.
We I mean, I don't know. Dania got herself a new mouse. A nice mouse. Got her set up with a new well, not brand new, but got her set up with a better monitor. So, yeah. You know, we haven't gamed together for a while. We've recently gotten back into playing Warframe together again. We were kicking absolute ass yesterday. So, okay, I got another thing that we can talk about a little bit because I don't think we covered it on the last Kekfest. Israel and fucking Yemen or whatever, like, they have been going at each other, like, hardcore. They've been, dude, every fucking time I open my phone and I look at the news, there's like some new fucking thing with, you take it easy, Nathan.
Bye, Nathan.
Hopefully next time we pop in to visit you, you'll be available. We'll try our luck. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll try our luck again on Saturday. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, Israel and fucking Lebanon have been going at it. Florida has been getting rocked by Hurricane Helene. And there's actually some big stuff going on in the courts with there's been some big stuff going on in the courts with assault rifle stuff. Specifically, the feds. I'm trying to find an article for you guys. So, there was a guy here in our home state, Kansas, who was charged with illegal possession of a machine gun. And a Kansas judge has dismissed the case on the premise that the ban against fully automatic weapons is unconstitutional. And kudos to him, because I personally think that everybody who can legally own a gun that wants to have a machine gun should be able to. But the U.S. government, the federal government, is appealing the ruling. Yeah, last Kansas. Last month, the U.S. District Court of Kansas dismissed the case of the attorney for the District of Kansas versus Kate E. Brusher. Or, no. Not versus. God damn it, I can read. Let me zoom this shit in. I'm getting old.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm going to act like I can.
Okay.
Kansas dismissed the case. United States Attorney General of Kansas, Kate E. Brusher, filed a motion to appeal the ruling under the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit on Monday. This action came 6 days prior to the 30-day appeal window. According to the dean of the School of Law at Washburn University, Jeffrey Jackson, now the appeal has been filed. The next step is the court docketing the case and setting a briefing schedule. Now, this whole thing, right, we won't know the consequences or benefits of this for years because they take for fucking ever to do shit in these courts. Usually the petitioner's brief is 40 days after everything is set up. After that, the respondent gets 30 days to file a brief. And the court set an argument which takes several months. In the original order, the court dismissed that particular case after it found that the plain text of the Second Amendment does not cover the possession of a machine gun. And they're arguing that the government has not met the burden under the Bruin decision to demonstrate historical analogs of regulation of weapons at issue. What this means for the layman, what this means for you and me, and anybody else who lives in a country that's been to the moon.
Interesting criteria there.
Well, America's the only country that's been to the moon, so let's go, baby! Anyways, this means that the entire premise of the ban for machine guns, including the National Firearms Act of 1934, which heavily regulates a lot of other cool things, is potentially going to be going up further into the federal circuit. Maybe, God willing, as high as the Supreme Court. And it could, and all of those bans and laws could potentially be stricken down. That will take several years to get to that point because the court system moves slow as shit.
More than U.S. has been to the moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who else?
Soviet Union, China, India, Japan.
Okay, I think I'm gonna say they all faked their moon landings. Fuck it.
Okay.
I need a new thing. I need a new thing that's strictly American. I thought we were the only country that been to the moon. I can't take landing on the moon away from Japan. But I will take it away from Russia because they like communism. So I'm gonna take their moon landing away from them, and I'm gonna give it to Mexico. Mexico doesn't have a moon landing, and they need one, right? Fuck. Well, no, America's not the only country that uses the imperial measurement system, so I can't do that. Fuck, I'll find something. I'll think of something. I've got to. The world is counting on me. America is counting on me.
You are so full of it.
America is counting on me to represent them here. We're on the internet.
No. Giddy up.
Maybe that'll be my next giveaway. Oh, countries that invented the airplane. Boom. Thank you. What was it? The Wright brothers. You all right over there? You gonna make it?
I think you're ridiculous.
That's a cool looking cat that you sent me.
Yeah, I thought I'd get through the tutorial of Monster Hunter Worlds. So there's my key cat.
Is that your character?
No, you for solo missions, and then I think if you're in 2 people missions, you get a helper, which is called a Palico, I think. And it's a cat, and that is my cat.
Oh. Nice. You know, I just realized something. I hadn't thought about it because this setup is kind of new to me. I'm going to have to go back and look at the stream real quick. I'm wondering if there is an echo on
So many of you may have
your voice.
Oh,
Wait, no, there wouldn't be.
I was saying,
There wouldn't be. Because for a second I was like, well, your audio is coming through Discord, but it's not. It's coming right through the mix board.
yeah, same.
And you're just on Discord so that you can hear me.
Yeah, my Discord still has that, oh, we're not detecting a microphone thing. I'm like, while eyeballing my microphone. But, you know, you explain that to me, so I know why it's doing that, but it still entertains me. So.
Nathan says he'll be out this weekend.
What? Then he needs to come visit us or something.
Yeah, he does. He's gonna be going to Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah! He did mention that. We're gonna have to carpool with him one of these times.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I don't know how many people usually go in his car, but
We'll smush wrist in the trunk.
strap him to the roof.
That would not be nice.
Wonder what Trooper Kyrian would think of that.
We'd probably be going to jail or getting a ticket or something.
I don't think I'd go to jail. I think you and Nathan might.
Nathan, since it's his car. But I guess me, because it's my kid.
Yeah, and fucking me and Nathan's wife would be on the side of the road like, oh, this is awkward.
This is... One would think on a TV the details would be, I don't know, easier. But no.
Yeah, TVs are meant for like an entirely, I don't know, different type of viewing than computers generally are.
Yeah,
And I think part of that is that the computer is pushing out details and stuff that the TV is not like capable of.
Well, my monster looked very lovely.
And I think you also have like a better setup with your graphics card than you might have had on console. I don't know when the last time you played that on PC was.
I haven't.
So that could be playing into it too.
Well, I like seeing the details of all my beasties. No. I don't wanna.
I'll have to get through that tutorial one of these days.
Yeah, I figured I might as well do it.
I need to set that bitch to download.
Oh,
No, I haven't because I'm a fucking asshole.
I thought we were gonna co-op this.
I mean, I thought we were too. I just haven't fucking gotten around to putting it on there yet. Now I'm doing it.
Oh, good. I wonder how similar our characters will look.
He says he could do the Magic the Gathering stuff we did at some point, sometime. And he's saying, I don't know, we could go out and shoot some stuff. His fucking, he says he drives his old Focus that has no AC.
I mean, okay.
Or Joanna's Jeep with 2 in the front, 3 in the back. Look! And so I know he's still watching. He's just not in the comments now. Look, bro. We might carpool with you. My fucking car doesn't have air conditioning. It could. All the AC components are new. I just haven't fucking decided to pay the $90 to charge the fucking thing yet. I need to do that before it gets too cold though, because I want to be able to run the heater, and I can't run shit without like it being charged, or it'll like fry shit up. And I know that we don't particularly necessarily mind not having AC, but not having heat will suck absolute ass.
Well, yeah, then how are you gonna defrost that shit?
Oh, yeah, you're just not.
Exactly.
You're just gonna have to wait.
That's inconvenience as shit.
So.
I forgot how annoying this lady is. Oh my god, shut up. I want my pig.
California bans legacy admissions for Stanford and other private universities. What the fuck is a legacy admission?
People who have had parents that went to the university so they get in.
Oh. Fuck those people. Relatives of alumni or donors will no longer be favored in admissions decisions. Because California's banning that shit. I say good.
Hello, creeper.
The Department of Defense is enhancing the defense posture in the Middle East. The Department of Defense is taking further steps to enhance the defense posture to deter aggression and mitigate the risk of a broader regional conflict. The announcement comes as tensions in the region have heightened following Israel's targeted assassinations of terror group Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah in Lebanon on Friday. The Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin III.
Gotta put that in there.
Oh yeah. He spent the weekend providing guidance to his team. He stressed that the United States is determined to prevent Iran and Iranian-backed partners and proxies from exploiting the situation or expanding the conflict. The fuck are we gonna do about it? Austin made it clear that should Iran and his partners use proxies, or its proxies use this moment to target American personnel or interests in the region, the United States will take every necessary measure to defend our people. Wow. The measures that the DoD is taking includes ordering the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier strike group to remain in the U.S. Central Command area of operations past its regular rotation date. And it was just like that fucking 3,500 men unanimously cried out in fucking agony as they heard over the 1MC that their deployment was being extended and they weren't going to be able to go back home. They're amping shit up there, and they're keeping that carrier strike group there, and they're rotating another one there.
Oh, there's my kitty.
Let's see, although not able to get into specific timelines and numbers due to OPSEC, they say that some of the augmented forces that are being sent into the region will include F-16 and F-15 Eagles, F-22 fighter aircraft, as well as A-10 attack aircraft and associated personnel. So if we have to go to war over there, we'll be ready in an instant. Yeah, so gonna amp that shit up.
Shut up.
Local beat. Highway Patrol identifies a Wichita man killed in a crash involving a semi on K-96. 34-year-old Wichita man has died following a crash involving a semi. It happened just before 8 a.m. this morning.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. Kansas Highway Patrol reports a westbound GMC van left the roadway after it entered the median and struck a trailer of a semi that was stopped at a stop sign facing south. Okay, so he basically T-boned the fucking trailer and got stuck underneath, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
The man driving the van died at the scene. The online crash logs indicate that he was not wearing a seatbelt. It is unclear what caused his vehicle to go off the road. The 57-year-old Emporia woman driving the semi was not hurt. Well, that's good at least.
Yeah.
It's not too often you see a woman driving an 18-wheeler either. Good for her.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I'm just now finishing the tutorial.
Oh. Yeah, I was saying, like, it is not even remotely common for women to be in that industry. And I think it's, honestly, I just don't think women are interested in being in the trucking industry. I think they look at what guys got to go through, and they go through. They're like, you know what? Not today.
Health boost.
I know Dania would not want to get into trucking.
No thanks, I don't like driving. It's a little unfair.
I don't think it is.
I just don't, I mean, if I was a different person who maybe didn't mind driving.
We would both be playing on the desktop computer version, period.
What?
Oh, Nathan sent me a text message, like directly to my phone. Said, let's hunt together in Monster Hunter.
Oh, doesn't he?
And then he said,
They can cross. You can cross.
Is she playing the mobile game like I am, or the desktop computer version? Well,
Oh.
the version of Monster Hunter that we would be playing would be World.
Yeah. Used to play on my PlayStation. But I gotta start over for PC. But that's alright. I don't mind. I wouldn't even know where I was at. It's been a while.
Fucking Hurricane Helene has completely fucking rocked a lot of shit. Like, a lot of shit.
Yes. Exit that. Cool. Now I'm running away.
Let's see here. Days, or more than 120 people were killed as a result of Hurricane Helene and its aftermath. According to NBC News, the count of confirmed deaths, a third of them were reported in North Carolina. Floods have hit western North Carolina, with entire communities going several feet underwater. At least 40 people have died in Bucumbe County, home to Asheville. Helene made landfall Thursday night in Florida as a Category 4 hurricane. Most of the storm dissipated. Its leftovers, combined with the front, could mean more rain for parts of the already saturated Appalachians. Power is being restored, but more than 2 million people still remain without electricity across several states. And the politicians that be are going to visit places. Biden's going to Carolina, as if fucking, the chaos that comes with the president coming into town needs to make shit worse for those poor people, Mm-hmm. Let's see. The effects of it are even being felt in Tennessee. There's flooding in Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yeah. From Hurricane Helene. Apparently
Jesus.
that motherfucker was a big one.
It sounds like it.
They have trapped workers the floodwaters have trapped workers at an eastern Tennessee plastic factory, with several members with several family members learning that their loved ones didn't survive. Some of the workers' relatives got frantic video phone calls from their loved ones as the water swelled around Impact Plastics in Irwin, where some workers were swept away from the parking lot next to the Nolichucky River. The families and friends have been posting desperate pleas on social media for help in finding their loved ones. Some showed up at a news conference carrying photos of the missing and pressed authorities to find them. Slowly, their postings were updated to say that their loved ones, several Latinos, had died. According to reports on social media, the workers were trapped outside the building, which was surrounded by fast-moving floodwater and kept them from leaving. That's fucking shitty. Man, this whole thing is just going on about all the different things that they're changing with this. It's kind of wild. Officials in North Carolina launched a website to ensure that damn it. Nathan just texted me. He says he tends to like Pokemon Go style, get out and see and do things kind of games.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't play that one.
They're having to, this part of this thing is saying they're having to like redo the way they're gonna do their voting and shit because of this in North Carolina. There's also an increased risk of snake bites in North Carolina because snakes come out when it floods. $29 dead confirmed in South Carolina. Part of the interstate is completely fucking washed away. Some of the fucking damage, I'm looking at some of these pictures, and it looks like something out of a fucking Fallout game. Biden's talking about getting Congress to come back to set to an emergency session to get money for them.
That makes sense.
Man, I've seen Republicans posting about this shit. Like, oh, we could send $8 billion to Ukraine, but like, we can't send $8 billion to hurricane relief. I'm like, well, it sucks that it got ravaged by a fucking hurricane. But as somebody who has been a part of a fucking, like, I have survived one of the worst hurricane seasons that Florida has had, where we had our shit rocked by like 4 different hurricanes in the span of a month. What people who have never been in a hurricane need to understand about hurricanes is that the people who are going through it are going to survive. And rather than like fucking, well, a lot of people think that fucking shit needs to happen or that shit's needed. That hurricane survivors actually don't really give a fuck about in the moment. Like, you know what? You know what the most important thing you could do for a hurricane survivor is? Give them water and ice. Send truckloads of fucking ice down there. I know it sounds fucking stupid to anybody who's not been through it. But let me tell you, the ability to keep your food and your drinks cold can really help you get through it in a big way. Like, oh, we need to send these trucks, we need to send this, we need to send that. No, I'm not saying don't send that stuff, right? But what you really need to be focusing on sending is fucking water. Because the hurricane comes through, and for the span of like several, however the fuck long months, just completely fucks up the water in the area. You don't fucking, I don't know. And without power, the fucking infrastructure for the water doesn't work. And with all the flooding, any source where, like, oh, well, I got a filter system, I could just go get some fresh water out of the lake. No, the fuck you can't, because the fucking flooding brought a bunch of salt water into that fucking lake and flooded everything. And I wouldn't call myself an expert by any means in being dehydrated, but one thing that I personally would believe to be the case is that drinking salt water will make it worse.
I'd agree with that. Salt is not good.
So, if you guys are trying to support the fucking relief efforts and shit, or you're trying to support some of your family that's been affected by the hurricane, support with water. I mean, you could send food too. Canned goods, stuff like that. But I think the biggest thing is water. Like, you can fucking make everything else work if you've got water. Well, anyways, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. Kind of running out of ramblings to do. And I'd like to do a little bit of gaming tonight. And I have some other things that are on my list. So anyways, those of you who have tuned in, I thank you. I'd have an insult for those who've not tuned in, but, well, they wouldn't be here to hear it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you all on the next one. Until then, peace out and go fuck yourself. I'm out.